With the announcement of the new £50 note and its iconic picture of Alan Turing, it's easy for us in the UK to think the world's become a more tolerant and understanding place for LGBTQ people. But imagine being in a situation where you could be forced to choose between ending your own life, being sold into slavery, or being forced out of your country. That's what happened to Ssenyonjo John, who joins me now from the Kakuma Refugee Camp in Kenya, a camp which is now threatened with closure. Your story starts when a member of your household found you in bed with your partner Derrick. Take us through what happened next.
After when I ran away from home. I had to look for any other place I could stay, and I ended up going to my uncle's place. In the process, we were still meeting with Derrick. We were still meeting with him, and we were still going on with the relationship. It was after a certain time that I happened to get actually another lady. She was quite a rich lady. She tried dating me. I was hesitant. I kept on telling her that I'm not that kind of person. And she was amazed. How dare you say no to me? It somehow embarrassed her.
Right, I see.
So behind my back, she started following me because we kept on meeting with Derrick, but secretively. And wherever I meet with Derrick, she would pick and take our pictures, videos, all the proof that we were gays. We were going to bars, we were going to parties together, hanging out together, kissing each other.
So this person that was supposedly helping you, followed you, and really just showed you up into your community. Is that right?
Yeah. So after a certain time, we were in a meeting, a community meeting, and they showed the community each and everything, the pictures, the videos. The whole community turned to me. They harassed me. They practiced mob justice to me. I ran. I took off, and I went back to Derrick. But on reaching Derrick's place, I found him lying in a flood of blood, in a pool of blood. He was killed. Then I had to flee again to Ginger.
You've left Uganda now for Kenya. Why did you choose to go to Kenya out of all the other countries that are available?
So I thought that no one would really hunt me still there. Wow. But after a certain time there, a rich man hunted me there. He found me there and he gave me a deal that, John, you know what? You either kill yourself or I either take you to jail, because I have all the proof to take you to jail that you're gay.
And that's purely because you're part of the LGBT community?
So, on reaching Kenya, I was registered by the Refugee Affairs Secretariat, a department, and it's where I am right now.
How long have you been there for now?
I've been here for now, it's 1 year, because I came in Kakuma camp last year in March.
Are there many more LGBTQ people in the camp?
Yeah, according to the statistics, we are around 300 LGBT refugees and asylum seekers in the camp. We actually scattered, and in those scattered groups, we have one group that's called Block 13, where I reside, and the ones that's facing more attacks. So
you're currently in Block 13, yeah? What's it like in Block 13?
It's really hectic. It's homophobic. Right. It's transphobic. It's at death end, I can say. Staying as a group, it's a bit more safer than staying alone in your house. Just in case of any attack, at least you could rise up in a big number and you try to defend yourselves, other than finding you just one. So that's how life is at Block 13. We sleep outside. We are always attacked.
You said there that it's safer in the groups that you're in rather than being on your own. You've sent us some pictures of an attack that happened recently. Could you describe what happened there?
The last attack we got, it was on the 15th of March, this very year. My God. Yeah, it was late at night, it was dark, and be that we sleep outside, it was easier for someone to come and actually throw a petrol bomb to us as we are sleeping outside. And most of us managed to run, as we managed to rescue our lives. But unfortunately, two of us, they couldn't survive, and they were burnt. They ran as their pants were blazing fire. Their bodies were blazing fire, real fire.
Wow.
And by the time we managed to help them put off the fire, the skin was just peeled off wounds. And this has happened after another attack where something like 3 or 4 gay men were again burnt.
Right.
And this happened before or after a certain threat that we got as the entire LGBTI group at Block 13, where a certain man actually threatened to burn us alive, and we tried to report. Nothing was done till actually the incident happened and we got burned.
Could the authorities not do a better job at protecting you?
I don't know why their attitude is so low to protect, because we report to them.
In a rare move, the UNHCR have evacuated 4 of you after the latest firebomb attack. What's their involvement going to be going forward?
I'm really not yet sure of that, because we are still living in the same fear. We don't know which plans does UNHCR has to protect us, though we have made very loud cries and pleas to them to protect and help us.
You've got the Block 13 spokesperson with you, Kagura Gilbert.
Yeah.
Kagura, are you a refugee too?
Yes, Michael, I'm a refugee as well.
And what's happening at the minute with the camp?
Well, the ultimatum still stands. I think diplomatic negotiations are moving on. But as per the moment, the directive is still in force to close within 14 days from the 24th of this month.
So with the whole camp of over 163,000 people soon to be closed, what does that mean for you?
Oh, it means a lot of things. Already we have seen signs of violence as a result of this order, with the host community attacking the refugee populations. We think it will get worse unless another announcement is made. But it's especially worrying for the queer family here, because usually such times present opportunities for those that have wanted to attack. It is extremely worrying for us. We are very vulnerable in those times of uncertainty. We are exposed, and the feeling is not good.
I see. And why is the camp being closed down?
Well, basically the Kenyan government cited some terrorism activities with the Somalis. They think that the Somalis who are coordinating some terrorist activities are based in the camps. It's the reason they gave for closing and, trying to repatriate everybody else apart from the Somalis that they cited as the main reason for their closure of the camps. So
what will you do after the camp's been closed?
Essentially, we are the property of UNHCR. UNHCR should, under normal circumstances, find solutions. Repatriation should be the last resort.
So do you want to be repatriated back to Kenya, or would you prefer to be somewhere else?
It's a question of life and death. So going back is absolutely no choice. It's not a choice that one would make. Nobody wants to be repatriated, Michael. Absolutely not.
And where will you go when the camp is closed?
For example, the LGBTQ plus refugees. Overall, there are about 900 and 1,000 in Kenya. And in Kakuma, we are about 300. So this is a number that can be easily relocated. There are many countries that are willing to protect the at-risk minorities. Right. I think if UNHCR used their connections, they should be able to find a place where we can actually be safer until, the process moves on. There are a lot of options, I believe, that they can pursue without thinking of repatriation.
Why is it important for people to know about what's going on?
In African countries, there are a lot of challenges. There's less and less integrity in some of these situations, the way they're handled. And there are always opportunists that are willing to exploit situations like ours. And yet all we're asking for is a safe place where we can live as they work on their process. So the situation has been abused because of a number of reasons, including corruption, actually. I think for me, it's the greatest obstacle to service delivery in these camps.
And what can people do to support you?
Well, it's to create awareness, most importantly, and to create it to those that can make a difference.
We have a link on screen now for people to find more information on how they can support you.
Please raise your voice and join us in asking for our freedom. In Kenya, we are technically detained. We don't have the papers to move. We don't have a safe place to live. We can't live, and yet we can't be protected. We are technical prisoners in Kenya. We need your voice.
We just need the world to help us amplify our voices to UNHCR and demand for our freedom and rights. Thank you.